Yes, absolutely. So let's continue the conversation that I started a couple of days ago with a product that is water based hydrogel eye masks, and then oil is added, and why that is creating an environment that is really problematic. I want to make sure that as consumers, we are aware of these risks, even though people are saying, oh, it's totally fine. It's got an 18-month shelf life. It doesn't. So, water is creating the environment for microbes to grow. They love water. The oil part is very sustainable. That's where the artificial sense of security is falling, I think, for a lot of people, because, yes, the oil in and of itself alone does have a much longer shelf life because microbes don't like to grow in oil. You risk like rancidity with oils, but then you can use like a rosemary extract or a vitamin E to prevent those oxidative reactions. But water is where the problem lies. And when things start to grow, the mold, the bacteria, and the yeast, you don't have to see it, you don't have to smell it for it to be there, because it's there, whether you know it or not. Then you add on top of opening the container repeatedly, usually every day, right? You would put your eye patches on every day. So you're going to open it, expose it to air, and it's just going to repeatedly become contaminated. If you put your fingers in there, that is additional contamination. So this is a big problem because we as consumers need to trust the people that are providing products to us, that they are properly formulated, they're stable, they're pH, they're emulsified, and they're preserved. And if we don't have that trust, we could really get harmed. I think that we've lost the plot in the crunchy realm of skincare, thinking that we don't need or want any type of preservation. We do. We can use the minimal amount so that it is effectively preserved and it's under the threshold for formaldehyde releasing. I personally don't use anything that has phenoxyethanol in it, like Optifen or phenoxyethanol, because that's an endocrine disruptor. But you can stay well under the threshold for formaldehyde releasing. It has to come up to a certain amount before it will in fact do that. And I think that there's a disconnect there, that it's better to not have any type of preservative, but not in water-based products, because they are going to become toxic in a short amount of time. Like 3 days is when growth is going to be initiated, and that whole replication and is going to happen. And so that originally thought non-toxic product is now profusely toxic. The FDA has a department called the FDA Cosmetics Guidance, and that it legally requires us formulators, us skincare makers, to provide products that are safe and not contaminated with mold, bacteria, and yeast. Our food in our refrigerator, nothing has like this 18-month shelf life that has water in it. Juices that are primarily water go bad once opened in a couple of weeks, and that's being kept in our refrigerator that's like 36 degrees. So the water containing skincare that you're using that has no preservation, being told that it lasts like 12 to 18 months is not the truth. Like, it scientifically cannot be good for that long without any type of microbial growth. So products like creams and lotions, gels, hydrogel eye patches, anything that's water-based requires a formulation that has proper preservation. And if you want to test some of the products that you have at your own home that you have already purchased, you can get microbial testing kits like this off of Lotion Crafters so that you can monitor your products. You can also ask your formulator that you're buying these products from. It's important to do this. It's important to know who is making your stuff, especially when you're buying from a small business, because you could harm yourself. especially in this crunchy realm where people are anti-preservative. That is really not good for our health. And as a consumer, just like you, that is a non-toxic consumer, I will never buy anything without a preservative that has water in it. Never. If it's just oils, that's completely different story. But if it has water in it in any capacity, it has to have a preservative. It just has to. Otherwise, you're risking your own health using that product.